And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Welcome to Alaska Weather. I'm meteorologist Peter Chan coming to you from the National Weather Service in Alaska region on this Sunday, May 18th, 2025. And in the weather-related headlines on this Sunday afternoon, we're looking at the potential for accumulating snow along areas of the North Slope and the spine of the Brooks Range, especially through Anaktuvuk, Adigan passes. Several inches of snow could fall late this Sunday night through Tuesday morning, maybe as much as 3 to 8 inches of snow along the Dalton Highway. So anybody traveling up through that region, keep in mind there could be some late season winter weather and driving to deal with. We're still waiting on the northern rivers to break up. Cool temperatures are persisting there across the far north portion of the state, so that'll be a little while longer. Overall, an unsettled, somewhat cool, and occasionally wet weather pattern will persist across much of the state, especially the southern half of the mainland into the Panhandle. That includes areas along the Gulf Coast, back out along the Alaska Peninsula and into the Aleutians for the next week or nearly two. And coming up in the sky, last quarter moon is this Tuesday, and new moon will happen just after Memorial Day there, May 27th, a week later. And on the FAA webcams this afternoon, Anaktuvuk Pass, notice the ceiling lowering there, low stratus fog, some raindrops. That'll be changing over to some wet snow. And again, several inches of snow could accumulate up through Anaktuvuk and Adigan passes there along the Dalton Highway, so be aware of that. And further south, down toward the south end of the Panhandle at Prince of Wales Island, Heidelberg, mostly cloudy, temperature there 48 degrees, and you're going to have some gusty winds continuing there through tonight, along with some rain trying to move in late tonight and during the day on Monday. There'll be a period of maybe a little steadier light to maybe occasionally moderate rain. As far as watch warnings and advisories, we don't have anything out in regards for weather-related things except for the special weather statement for the Dalton Highway there, Anaktuvuk Pass up there along the North Slope, for that potential for accumulating snow late this Sunday night through Monday into early Tuesday morning. We do have gale warning in effect for this area outside of Dixon Entrance there off the immediate coastline of Prince of Wales Island, and that's for through late tonight. And then we have for Monday night, the western Aleutians will have some gale force winds as an area of low pressure slides out across the lower Bering on toward the eastern Aleutians, and that's actually a piece of energy that will come up into the Gulf as we go through midweek. In the meantime, though, the rivers, the southern rivers, are clear flowing. The Yukon still has some ice in it, but as of this point, the River Forecast Center does not anticipate any major problems with any ice jam formation or any significant flooding. There's still always that potential for a little minor flooding here or there, depending if some ice can stack up in a particular bend, but as of this time, nothing coming in on that. The Porcupine River off there extends up into Canada above Fort Yukon still has to break up, and we have other rivers here along the Brooks Range and up there along the North Slope. It's just been cold up there and still have yet to break up. Fire danger, we're in the early fire season, and fortunately, at least what was looking to be a early start to the fire season across south central areas of Alaska, fortunately, we've had some additional moisture, cooler temperatures that has helped to keep the fire danger threat down. But we do find some pockets of higher fire danger in the middle upper Tanana Valley and then especially areas of the Yukon Flats, and that will gradually increase as we get further along toward the early summer season. In the meantime, though, we are watching this moisture. See that curl in the clouds? Here comes that thickening cloud cover and the rain that'll be overspreading southern parts of the Panhandle. This low is going to take aim toward Haida Gwaii and weaken. Meanwhile, we have some moisture up here over the Brooks Range, western half, and the western North Slope. That's going to gradually expand eastward and creating some areas of accumulating snow. We also have along the Arctic coast, and in areas of the west coast, we have some stratus, low clouds, fog, reducing visibilities, low ceilings, causing instrument flight rule for those of you who are aviators. And then back out toward the west, we do have a couple areas of low pressure. But here it is. Here's that low coming up toward Haida Gwaii late tonight, early on Monday morning, 995 millibar low. We have this lingering weak trough that cuts the diagonally the mainland in half and extends down into northwest Canada. It's kind of a focus for some scattered showers, even perhaps an isolated thunder shower could pop up over east central areas on Monday afternoon with the daytime heating. And as that low comes up toward Haida Gwaii on Monday afternoon, we'll see that rain up there, especially the southern parts of the Panhandle, with other areas of rain or rain and snow showers throughout western northwest Canada, back into the interior with this area of snow, especially along and north of the Brooks Range, extending into the North Slope. Here comes the next low approaching the western Aleutians. That feature is going to quickly slide off toward the east-southeast across the lower Bering and come across the eastern Aleutians as we get into later Tuesday and emerge here just southwest of Kodiak Island on the other side of the Alaska Peninsula. And that feature is going to spread some more rain up along the western northern Gulf Coast, Kenai Peninsula. Some of that moisture coming on over could bring some additional showers to Anchorage Bowl, and then we would expect some snow showers along the higher elevations of the Alaska Range. Other side into the western southwest interior, some showers likely, and then there's yet another low out there that will eventually be sending that same energy eastward in a similar track. So temperatures for Monday morning could dip down into the 15 to 20 degree range across the North Slope Arctic coast. Again, accumulating snow will be spreading eastward there into the central Brooks Range and North Slope tonight into Monday morning. Otherwise, readings generally above freezing across many areas of the state except for the west. Colder here out through the lower Yukon Delta. Lows in the upper 20s, 29 Emonic, 30 at Nome, 26 over there at Savunga. And highs, warmest weather Monday will be here along the Alcan border, Yukon Flats. That's why there is the potential in this area for an isolated thunder shower to pop up with the afternoon and early evening heating. We find temperatures in the Panhandle rainier down here across the south, mid-upper 50s for highs, maybe 61 up there at Skagway. And temperatures in the Mat-Su Valley around Wasilla, Palmer could be up near 60 on Monday afternoon. And then for Tuesday morning, still lows, Anaktuvuk Pass down around 15, otherwise near 20 along the Arctic coast. Still below freezing, much of the Seward Peninsula, lower Yukon coastline and Delta. We find readings staying above 40 now across the Mat-Su Valley, Kenai Peninsula, and extending eastward into the Panhandle. And Tuesday afternoon temperatures, not quite as warm as Monday. Highs getting up to around 61 at Eagle and Northway, otherwise 50s back through Fairbanks, Yukon Flats, down Tanana toward Galena and Huslia. In the far north, temperatures stay below freezing, North Slope and along the Arctic coast, upper 20s to around 30 degrees. And we expect the cooler 40s as you trail out along the Alaska Peninsula into the Aleutians, 41 there at St. Paul. So the 6 to 10 day outlook for temperature as we go May 24th through the 28th, that takes us through Memorial Day weekend and Memorial Day. And overall, we're just looking for temperatures to average a bit below, cooler than normal. There's going to be some cloud cover, some showers or areas of rain at times, so that's what's going to help keep the temperatures down. Much of the Yukon River Valley, Kuskokwim Valley, near normal temperatures anticipated there for next weekend into Memorial Day. And then precipitation-wise, still looks like, though, we're going to see the possibility of above normal precipitation across much of the southern two-thirds of the mainland into the Panhandle. Again, no really big focus systems with heavy rainfall, but just enough considering it is the driest time of year. We are going to still have to contend with that weak pattern of unsettled weather that could bring some occasional wetting through the holiday weekend.